Living like a Stoic emperor, the true test of any philosophy lies not in its elegance, but in its application, how it alters the texture of daily existence, how it reshapes one's response to both trivial irritations and seismic crises. Marcus Aurelius never intended his meditations to remain abstract. They were battle plans for the mind, tactical guides for navigating a world of flux and uncertainty. To read them without implementation is like studying a map but refusing to take the journey. Here, then, is how the Stoic emperor's wisdom translates into concrete practice, how we might wield his insights against the chaos of modern life. Morning and evening rituals. The Stoic's bookends. Marcus begins his day with a simple but radical question. What is the best I can do today? Not what will make me happy, or how can I avoid discomfort, but what is the right thing? This shifts the focus from outcomes to intentions, from external validation to internal alignment. A modern adaptation might look like this. Upon waking, before reaching for a phone or plunging into the day's demands, pause. Recall Marcus's reminder. You will meet people today who are rude, ungrateful, arrogant, but they cannot harm you unless you let them, for no one can make you unjust without your consent. This is psychological armor, donned before battle. In the evening, conduct a frank review, not a tally of accomplishments, but an audit of character. Where did I act with integrity? Where did I falter? What false judgments led me astray? The goal is not self-flagellation, but calibration, sharpening, the blade of awareness for tomorrow. These rituals collapse the distance between ancient Rome and today. The faces of distraction have changed, scrolls replaced by screens. But the core challenge mastery of attention remains identical. The discipline of perception, reframing obstacles. Stoicism's most potent tool is the realization that our interpretation of events determines their weight. Marcus writes, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." This is not denial, but sovereignty, practical application, traffic as training. Instead of raging against a delay, use it as a chance to practice patience. The situation hasn't changed. Your relationship to it has. Criticism as data. When insulted, ask, is this true? If yes, learn. If no, dismiss it as irrelevant noise. The sting comes from ego, not truth. Loss as liberation. A missed promotion, a failed project. These reveal attachments. Marcus would urge us to ask, what does this free me to pursue? This mental reframing is not passive acceptance, but active reinterpretation. As psychologist Viktor Frankl, a modern Stoic, observed, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose. The art of negative visualization, premeditatio melioranda. Stoics practiced premeditatio melioranda, deliberate contemplation of worst-case scenarios, not to induce fear, but to disarm it. Marcus writes, begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall meet meddling, ungrateful, aggressive, treacherous, envious, unsocial people. How to use this today? Financial anxiety. Imagine losing your job. Then ask, what would I actually do? You'd survive. The fear shrinks when stared down. Relational strife. Visualize a loved one's death. Morbid, yes, but it transforms petty grievances into gratitude for their presence now. Public speaking terror. Picture the audience booing. Then realize you'd endure. The monster under the bed vanishes when dragged into light. This exercise does not attract disaster. It inoculates against the paralysis of fear. Amor fati. Loving what happens. Marcus's dictum, what stands in the way becomes the way, is the essence of amor fati, love of fate. It's the difference between resignation and alchemy, turning leaden circumstances into golden growth. Real-world examples. Chronic illness. Treat it as a teacher. It forces prioritization, patience, a deeper appreciation for small joys. Betrayal. Let it reveal your own standards. As Marcus notes, when someone wrongs you, ask, what made them think this was acceptable? Have I acted? Similarly, political turmoil, focus on what you can control, your own conduct. Waste no time arguing what a good leader should be. Be one. This is not toxic positivity, but fierce pragmatism. The obstacle is not an interruption of the path that is the path. Memento. Memento mori, death, as advisor Marcus's constant meditation on mortality. You could die any moment. Let that dictate what you do and say and think is often misunderstood as morbid. In truth, it's a clarion call to vitality. Try this. Deadline pressure. Ask, if I died tomorrow, would this matter? Most stresses dissolve. A few priorities crystallize. Grudge holding. Remember, soon you'll be ashes or bones. Why not forgive now? Procrastination. Here, Marcus. Stop letting your dying self wait to live. Modern culture flees from death. Stoicism wields it as a tool for clarity. The view from above, zooming out when overwhelmed. Marcus mentally ascended to see the world from cosmic heights, cities as ant colonies, empires as fleeting sparks. This perspective shrinks trivialities, modern equivalents, social media envy. Imagine the platform's servers crumbling to dust in 100 years. How much does a like count? Office politics. Picture your workplace as an archaeological dig site. Future. Scholars won't care who got the corner office. Existential angst. Watch a NASA nebula video. Your worries are both insignificant and part of something vast. This is not nihilism, but proportion. The universe is indifferent, but your choices still matter, because you matter to you. Stoic compassion. Justice in action. Marcus, despite his power, repeatedly reminds himself, people exist for one another. Teach them or endure them. This is Stoic empathy, not sentimental, but actionable, applied today. Frustrated with someone? Ask what ignorance drives them. Respond with education, not anger. Privileged. Recall, what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. Advocate for systemic justice. Exhausted by others? Balance boundaries with Marcus's mantra. I cannot change them, but I can choose not to become them. The invitation, the meditations are not relics, but blueprints. Their power lies not in memorization, but in repetition, not as mantras, but as lived experiments. Each day offers a chance to test Stoic principles. When annoyed, practice perception. Is this truly bad or just inconvenient? When grieving, practice acceptance. This pain is the price of love and worth it. When triumphant, practice humility. Fame is a whisper in the wind. Marcus's Rome has fallen, but human nature hasn't changed. The same fears, desires, and potential for nobility persist. The question is, will we meet them as sleepwalkers or as students of this eternal philosophy?